What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news. 52% of young adults in the US are living with their parents. That's the highest share since the Great Depression. Well, I'm not going to live in some stranger's basement. Edit. Thanks for the awards. I might be able to upgrade to the attic now. I once lived in a basement owned by some slumlord in NYC for $1,350 a month in an apartment with 3 other dudes. Looking back, parents' basement wouldn't have been so bad. I live in a stranger's basement and it works just fine. I just hope they don't find out. Hey man, it's not too bad down here. Smells a little funny and the rats like hugs, it's okay. At least you get hugs. Oh, come on, some strangers' basements are quite cozy and come with free lotion for your skin. Yeah, but they don't like you petting their bichons. Random fact, I have a white dog who not only loves licking lotion off of me but also loves chasing water from the hose. I can't actually quote the lotion hose line because she wins either way. And it frustrates me to no end. Advice appreciated. Have you tried reversing the dynamic? So many. It's not great anymore, we just have depression. Make the depression great again. It's the pretty good depression, Charlie Brown. Something is wrong when you can have a full-time job but still can't afford your own place. Then crap's been wrong for as long as I've been here. I agree with you. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics. Biden, QAnon is bizarre and embarrassing. Supporters should seek mental health treatment. What in God's name are we doing? Look at how it makes us look around the world. It's mortifying, it's embarrassing, and it's dangerous, Biden said. If the president doesn't know better, which he has to know better, then my lord, we're in much more trouble than I ever thought we were. This can't go on. This cannot go on. It's the deconstruction of our democratic system. He added, the point of QAnon is to destroy our democratic system. Russia has weaponized conspiracy theories. They weaponized our morons. It's ironic that the party that loves to call others sheep is the greatest flock of all. It's called projection. They know they are sheep, they want everyone else to be as terrible as they are. A slight tweak. They know they are sheep, but they need to believe everyone else is worse than they are. Can't feel superior when you're merely equal. I disagree that they think or know they are sheep. That would require a level of self-awareness they do not possess. Well, Biden just went up in my view. That's exactly what should be said. Grown-ups playing vicious games of make-believe need professional help. It's great that Biden said it publicly. Well, Biden just went up in my view. Same here, and man oh man do I hope we see this version of Joe in the debates. The words of a president matter. Even a lousy president, Biden said. Preach. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics. Fox News reported Trump never said that dead U.S. troops were losers, but the network's national security correspondent confirmed he did. They really thought they had something with Pelosi getting her hair done. Now they have to defend Trump all Labor Day weekend, while complaining that Biden is getting easy questions. They were acting like Pelosi poisoned some well and burned the crops. Meanwhile, the president, Captain Bone Spur is licking boots of a guy who murdered U.S. soldiers. And talking crap about the military. But that's cool, right? It felt they were saving that when Pelosi had to go back to negotiations with the White House over economic recovery relief, but had to hit the emergency button when Donnie went full conspiracy theory mode in that Fox News. With Ingraham being pro-voting fraud and Melania having her own scandal of scamming the inauguration's funds. What did the third lady do? Trump, reluctantly, at least once. She burned our crops, poisoned our water supply, and delivered a plague onto our houses. She did. No, but are we just gonna sit around until she does? I'm waiting for Trump to go with the "I call everybody loses" defense. Trust me, that's 100% freaking coming. Trump doesn't care about the troops. When Russia put a bounty on U.S. troops, Trump's reply was inviting Russia back into the G7. SMH. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Trump administration closing military newspaper that informs troops and speaks for them. That is because, as per his long-standing and well-documented opinion, those troops are losers and suckers. TBF all of those servicemen and women. Their families too. That stuck with Trump after maligning McCain as a loser for getting captured in Vietnam are in fact suckers if they complain about it now. Forewarned was fair warned. He's always felt this way. He even threatened to disinherit Tiffany if she joined the military. But my guess is that this was in response to a recent poll showing greater support for Biden among active duty military. He's resentful because he thinks they should be loyal to him instead of the Constitution. And he wants to keep using them as voiceless, disposable props. Who is Tiffany? Edit. Who the frick is Marla Maples? Edit. Publicly said he wished she was aborted. Donald Trump, is it you? This fricker. Every day he gets up and takes the crap and thinks about how he can be a worse fricker today than he was yesterday. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Trump's job losses are the worst of any American president on record. Usually that's a good reason not to vote an incumbent in for a second term, but I'm not analyst. And this is a different world. Welcome to the bizarro world where Trump's fanatics will never ever hold him accountable for anything. If anything, they'll blame the corporations for being part of the deep state for laying people off on an election year to hurt Trump. Only I can save you from the destruction that my inaction has caused. As a general rule, anyone who claims, "I alone can fix this problem," is absolutely the least qualified to fix it. Especially if they caused the issues in the first place. And who makes these absolute claims so often? Anybody who claims to have a proprietary solution that can't be duplicated is clearly trying to con you. You just defined organized religion. And we wonder why so many people still follow Trump's word. It's truly mind-boggling how people still believe he is doing a great job. For real, scratch your head back crap crazy. I recommend everyone to go to our conservatives. I'm afraid to venture into that sub and never return, for I would be entangled in argumentative political discourse for all eternity. For real though, you can't tell Trump supporters any freaking thing. Trump could murder his supporters' grandma, and they would still revere him and say it was their grandma's fault he killed her. Logic. Don't worry. As a bastion of free speech and intelligent debate, they protect their enlightened discourse by immediately banning any dissenting opinions. You won't last 5 minutes. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, 2 senior officials confirm Trump's remarks about fallen soldiers to app. Every other world leader who attended made it no problem. There is zero chance that the only route they had for him was by chopper. Trump just wanted to fly to France and watch Fox News at the embassy. Edit. Taking advantage of being high up in the thread. Good luck finding this story on foxnews.com even though their defense reporter verified it. First served on Marine One. Trust me, a little rain couldn't ground us. That H-3 can land on the deck of a carrier in the worst of weather out at sea. The H-60 is a battle-tested airframe. The pilots are the top of their game with an ungodly amount of flight time under their belts. If we can ride these machines into battle, by God we can get the commander-in-chief to a cemetery to honor our fallen brethren in the rain. Time and time again Trump has shown us that he doesn't give a frick about the troops. His whole stand for the anthem bullcrap is fake support and his followers fall for it. This quote from the article had me boiling. I would be willing to swear on anything but I never said that about our fallen heroes, Trump told the reporters, gathered on the tarmac in the dark. There is nobody that respects them more. No animal. Nobody. What animal would say such a thing? Truly a lying, narcissistic psychopath. He's lying on purpose. You wanna know how we know? Because he constantly says the phrase, "Believe me, Jon Stewart E. spelling." The only thing worse than a blatant liar is a blatant liar that has a tell. I thought the tell was that he opened his mouth. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.